Alrighty, welcome back for another Forzathon here in Forza Horizon 3, and this is once again an event where it says there's 4 challenges, but basically you can look at it as if there are only 2 challenges, and this event starts on Friday the 13th, Friday the 13th here in October 2017, and it ends on Wednesday, October 18th, so it's once again an extended event, but for the first 3 challenges, basically read it as complete a Retro Muscle Championship, because if you do that, you're going to be completing 3 races in a Retro Muscle car, because a championship requires you to have at least 3 races, and during those 3 races, I guarantee you that you're going to perform 5 past skills. So the first thing you're going to need to know is just what a Retro Muscle car is, or how to get one, how to know you're in one, and basically just go to your auto show, or you can go to My Cars, it really doesn't matter, and just filter for Retro Muscle Cars. Just scroll down a little bit and you will see it eventually right there. And then you can see all the cars that you already own, and if you happen to not have any, just go into the auto show and click View All and do the same exact thing. You just hit filter once again and go all the way down to the Retro Muscle Cars, and they're all very cheap, so I mean it's not like it's going to be taking all your money away to get one of these, and you are going to need this though to complete the challenges, and you're also going to need this car right here, which we're going to talk about in a little bit though, because this is actually a DLC car, and this has to do with winning a car through the Forzathon event, so we're going to talk about that once we get to it. But the first thing is just getting a Retro Muscle car, and if you have the Crown Victoria, I guess you might as well get in that already. I just want to use my Dodge Viper just because, and to start up a championship, basically you're just going to want to go to any circuit race location, so just go to your world map. And for some reason I am in online free roam here, so that is really not going to be too helpful for this. But make sure you're in single player for this part of it, then go to your world map and go to a circuit race. I always like to be up around Surfer's Paradise, and since I've done Forzathon events around this area before, sometimes the circuit races are already set up for me for the Forzathon events, so that can make it pretty simple and easy. But just go to a championship here, and you're going to certainly want to blueprint it though. And obviously, you're just going to want to make it a Retro Muscle Championship, so just do that. Then you're going to want to select 3 circuit races, and as you can see, I already have my 3 selected from doing it from previous Forzathon events. And the thing is though, you just want to make sure they're 1 lap. This will make it as quick and easy as possible, and then just make sure you have that for each of these 3 races. And the other thing is too, keep in mind though, you only want to have 3 races, because you don't have to have any more, but you need at least 3 races for the championship. So once you get that all set up, just create the blueprint and then just go run the event, run the 3 races. I would recommend not having the pull rank perk on, because you're going to need to pass cars, so that's one thing to keep in mind. So now I have that set up, that's ready to go for when the Forzathon event does get here. And once my menus come back up, I'll actually be able to go back into the Forzathon menu here. So after you do that though, you'll easily pass 5 cars. You'll complete the championship. You don't need to win, you just need to complete 3 races in a Retro Muscle car and complete a championship. So that'll take care of the first 3 challenges very simply and easily. But the final challenge in this event we have to talk about here. So win a street race in the Crown Victoria, and this is how you're going to win the Porsche number 45 Flying Lizard 911 GT3 RSR. So I know a lot of people are going to want this thing, and winning a street race is not a big deal at all. I mean, all you're going to have to do to unlock street races, just in case anyone doesn't have any yet, just drive up behind Drivatars and challenge them to head-to-head races. And I'm not actually going to do a race, but just to demonstrate real quick, all you're going to want to do is drive up behind one of the Drivatars, and you can see there it says medium. Just challenge them to the race and you'll be good to go. But let's go take a look at the Crown Victoria real quick in the auto show, because this is a car that not everyone should have. And the other problem is too, it's a DLC car, which I don't think was ever given to everybody for free, so not everyone's gonna have this car. As far as I'm aware, maybe I'm somehow wrong, but I'm pretty sure that not everyone's gonna have this car. So what that leads me to believe is that we're gonna have to pull a little trickery with this one, kind of like we did with that VIP car, the VIP Porsches we had to win, and the VIP cars that we had. That was kind of from like a car pack. So if you remember, we had to use cars from this car pack right here to complete those Porsche challenges, but for this one we're going to need to use the Crown Victoria which is from the Smoking Tire car pack, and you can see it right here. Clearly a DLC car, which I have all the DLC, so I do have this car. So I'm gonna hop in this car real quick just so everyone can see it. But the thing is, if you do not have this DLC car pack, basically you're gonna need to go online with someone. So online is gonna be required, and at this point before the Forzathon gets here, there is no guarantee that this will work, but just going on a past experience with those VIP challenges from the VIP exclusive quote-unquote Forzathon event, I think all we're gonna have to do is get in this car. You're gonna have to play with someone online that has the Crown Victoria, and then you're gonna need to go online and have them kind of set up a race where you're forced to use this Crown Victoria. So I'm not gonna show it here in this video, just because I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work or not. But to complete a street race, I mean, you just have to go to any of the street race locations, which you can filter for those here on the map, and you can go to any location, that doesn't matter. But the thing is, keep in mind, if you don't have the Crown Victoria, you're gonna have to go online. So you can go onto a private online free roam, and you can still access the street races there. So I just want to show that real quick just so everyone's aware. And this is really weird though, because they have never made a Forzathon event in the past, that I can remember at least, where you were required to use a DLC car. Now the VIP thing, that was kind of a unique event, and it was meant for VIP holders, but the thing is, this is just a random DLC, and unless you had the car pass from an Ultimate Edition, or you just decided to buy this car pack, I mean, you're probably not going to have this car. But just so you can see, we're on online free roam here, and you can still access the street races. So basically, if I had someone online with me right now in this match, I'd be able to start up the race and blueprint it and force everyone to use my Crown Victoria. I can literally select one car that everyone can use, and I'm thinking that's what people are going to have to do that don't have this Crown Victoria, and that's how you're going to have to complete the challenge to win the number 45 Flying Lizard. And honestly, that's kind of ridiculous if that's the case, and that's if that works as well. It's no guarantee, no way that I can prove it right now before the Forzathon event starts, so I'm not even going to try to prove it, but just keep that in mind. Stay tuned, be sure to subscribe and turn your notifications on if you're new here, because I will be making an update video about that once this Forzathon event goes live on Friday, October 13th. So that is pretty much all you're going to need to know for this Forzathon event. And also keep in mind though, you're going to have to win the street race. So if I'm to host that, I'm going to literally have to run a billion street races and let each individual person win the street race to be able to win that number 45 Flying Lizard. So this is a pretty crazy event just because of that alone. It's a very easy event, especially if you already have the Crown Victoria, because there's basically 2 challenges. But just the way it's set up, the way it's looking, it's very weird. So we're gonna have to see what happens, but I really hope that everyone finds this video to be helpful or useful in one way or another. Drop a like if that is the case, and if for any reason you didn't like this video or you didn't find it helpful, also let me know, drop a dislike, comment why. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Like I said, stay tuned. I will be updating everyone once this Forzathon event does start when it comes to that number 45 Flying Lizard. But thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.